So my name is Dani Donald and I am a behavioural coach and speaker, and the main tool that I use is the Enneagram. And the Enneagram is a personality typing map that speaks to the motivating factors behind a person's behaviour. So when I think of Mental Health Awareness Month, the first thing that comes to mind is the stigma that is attached to mental health awareness. So I think it's really significant that we have a concentrated time where we bring mental health awareness to our attention. And in the context of the Enneagram, the map teaches you that what we are unconscious of controls us. And I think that really speaks to the fact that what we don't know, we fear. And I think there's a really deep stigma attached to mental health because we often don't really understand what we are observing in ourselves. It feels quite uncomfortable, or what we are witnessing in other people. So through the lens of the Enneagram, I've found that by coming to know yourself, by really gaining a strong sense of self-knowledge, it releases the stigma within yourself, because there's always this question of, is there something wrong with me? Is there something wrong with other people? And I think that comes from us having a lack of understanding of why we do what we do. So I think it's really important that we bring attention to mental health and also bring attention to the fact that knowledge is power, but more importantly, knowledge of self is power. So I think, as we've said, there's such a stigma around mental health that it's so much easier to ask for help when you have a physical ailment. I mean, we witness it in ourselves, we witness it in people close to us. When we've broken our leg or we have a headache, it's quite easy to express our needs in that sense. And I think it's because we don't attach those ailments to our personalities. It doesn't feel like a very personal experience. Whereas the moment that it's mental or emotional, we suddenly feel that there's something wrong with us. And again, I bring it back to the fact that we fear what we don't know. So instead of attaching a stigma to, I don't want to ask for help around mental and emotional health, I feel like the question should rather be, how can I better understand myself? How can I better express my needs? How can I better understand where my needs come from? And that really just comes from understanding yourself a little bit more and having the courage to explore, like for example, through the Enneagram map, why you do what you do, what your mental and emotional habits are, what your limitations are, and then through that you're able to voice your needs and get help without stigma. So personal development is quite a holistic journey, and as we've mentioned now, it's not enough to just seek physical help, but we also need to seek mental and emotional help. And what I've learned about the IV bar recently is that it boosts that entire experience. It amplifies the personal journey of getting to know yourself and getting to know what your body needs. So for me, for example, being here today, I'm really looking for a boost in energy, a boost in vitamins, a boost in concentration, because the journey that I've gone on as a coach, but also in my personal life through the Enneagram lens, can feel quite intimidating and can feel quite intense. So I find that it's really great to address things holistically and always make sure that you're not just ticking the boxes of mental and emotional health, but physical health too.